I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you 3 test questions on 6 trigonometric ratios. That means sine, cosine, tan and their reciprocal cosecant, secant and cotangent. The questions which I'll discuss in this video are these. First one, the point P, K24, is 25 units from origin. If P is in quadrant 2, find the exact value of 6 trigonometric ratios. Question number 2 is, if the point 02 is on the terminal arm of angle A in standard position, where A is between 0 to 180 degrees, what is the measure of angle A? That's a thinking question. Now here's a knowledge-based question. You have to complete the following table using unit circle. That is for 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees and 360 degrees. Find the value of 6 trigonometric ratios, right? So we'll take them one by one. Now let me tell you what 6 trigonometric ratios I'm talking about. So most of you are familiar with sine, which is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine, which is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan, which is opposite over adjacent. Now we could also get reciprocal of these. So the reciprocal of sine is called cosecant. In short, we write like this, cosecant, right? So cosecant, let's say cosecant theta, is actually equals to hypotenuse over opposite side. So it's the reciprocal of sine, correct? So this is basically equal to 1 over sine theta. Similarly, we have secant theta, which is reciprocal of cosine and is written as hypotenuse over adjacent side, right? So let me write adjacent. So that is reciprocal of cos theta. And then we have cotangent theta, which is 1 over tan theta. And that could be written as adjacent over opposite side, right? So adjacent over opposite side. Correct? So these are 6 trigonometric ratios on which we are going to work in this particular video. Since I'm taking 3 very important questions, it might take a bit longer, so have patience. We'll actually begin with filling up the table for all 6 ratios. So here we have different degrees, which are 0, 90, 180, 270 and 360. And we are going to fill this table. The question is, complete the following table using unit circle. So let me talk about unit circle. So in unit circle, let me just make a circle here to explain the idea. When I say unit circle, I mean that the radius is 1 unit. So if that is a circle, in that case, what we are saying is that any point on this circle, let's say the point is x, y, will be 1 unit away. Correct? Will be 1 unit away. That's what it means, unit circle. Now that is the position of a point. Then what are these positions? We can write down these 4 positions. So here x value is 1, y is 0. So let me write down these values. So here the position is 1, 0. Then at this place it is 0, 1, 0, 1. Then here it is minus 1, 0. This point is 0 for x and minus 1 for y. So you get these 4 coordinate points, right? These 4 coordinate points can directly give you the value of sine, cosine, tan, cosecant, secant and cotangent. How? Now if you see, what is sine, for example? Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, right? So we can write sine, let's say this angle is theta. Sine theta is y over 1. So it is basically equals to y. Similarly, what is cos theta equals to? Cos theta is adjacent side, which is x, over 1 opposite side, right, which is x, correct? So any point here xy could be written as, so any point here xy could be written as, if the radius is 1 unit, cos theta comma sine theta. Do you understand? So that is every point here on a unit circle. This is what you see on a unit circle. Do you see that? So I hope this point is well appreciated. So this is on unit circle. So if the radius is 1, then the x coordinate value gives you the value of cosine theta and y gives you the value of sine theta. You get an idea. So for 0, 90, 180, 270 and 360, that means these points we are considering, we can straight away fill in the table, right? So let's begin. Sine theta for 0 means I'm looking at y value. This is for 0, right? The angle is 0 means it is along x-axis. So it is 0. So I fill this value as 0. At 90 degrees, y value, look at y value. Y value will be 1. At 180 degrees, it is 0. At 270 degrees, it is minus 1. At 360 degrees, it is again 0. Perfect. Now let's look into the cosine value, which is the x value. So cos value here is 1. For 90, it is 0. For 180, it is minus 1. At 270, it is 0. And at 360, it is 1. You get that idea, correct? Now, what is tan theta? Tan theta is sine over cos, or we divide y over x. So tan theta is basically, so what we found here is that sine theta is the value of y, cos theta is the value of x, and tan theta is y over x. Or you can divide 0 by 1. One and the same thing, correct? Sine theta over cos theta. So if you divide 0 by 1, what do you get? You get 0. 1 by 0 is undefined. And here 0 by anything is 0. Minus 1 by 0 is again undefined. And here you get 0. So those are the values for tan theta. Now the other reciprocal ratios, which are cosecant theta. Cosecant theta is the reciprocal of sine. So that should be equals to 1 over y. Is it okay? So if I do 1 over 0, this becomes undefined. Correct? We are doing reciprocal of sine, right? So these values will be undefined. These values will be undefined. You cannot have reciprocal of 0. Is that okay? However, the other values, 1 reciprocal is 1, minus 1 reciprocal is minus 1. Perfect. If you are looking into secant theta, we are looking for 1 over x, which is reciprocal of cos theta. Correct? So wherever we have zeros, those will be undefined. Those will be undefined, right? And for 1, it will be 1. For minus 1, minus 1. For 1, it will be 1. Do you see that? For cotangent theta, it is reciprocal of tan, right? Reciprocal of tan means x over y. So flip this. So wherever we have zeros, those will be undefined. So I hope the concept is clear, right? And you have also understood the 6 trigonometric ratios and how they are related. Perfect. So that is how you are going to complete the table. And you also understand here that in a unit circle, how from the position of x and y, which relates to cos theta and sine theta, we can get value for all the 6 trigonometric ratios. So have a good look at it. Try to practice and kind of understand the concept, as this helps you a lot as you move forward. Now let's take up the next question. The next question here is, the point P, which is K24, is 25 units from origin. If P is in quadrant 2, find the exact value of the 6 trigonometric ratios, right? So let's try to sketch and then we'll figure out all the 6 ratios. We are saying point P is K24, but it's 25 units from the origin. So let's consider a circle kind of a thing, which is having a radius of 25. Okay, so that means this point is 25. All these points are 25. Now the y value is 24 and the radius. So it is somewhere here where y value is 24 and we are in quadrant 2. That means we are in this quadrant. Correct. So in this quadrant, if this is 25, let's say that is 24, right? So let me join this point with the origin. Okay, let's this be the point, correct? Where this is y value of 24, correct? Now to find the x value, I have to just drop this position and find this value, which is given to us as k. Does make sense to you? So that is the point P, which we are talking about, k 24. So we are in quadrant 2. So I hope the position of the terminal arm is very clear here. Now how do we find the value of k? Now if you see this right triangle, we know the radius is 25. And therefore we can say that k square plus this is 24, right? Plus 24 square is equal to 25 square. So that gives you the value of k, right? So k square is 25 square minus 24 square, correct? So you can easily calculate this value using a calculator. You could also use difference of square formula to find it, okay? So we have 25 square minus 24 square, which is 49. The value of k will be square root of 49. So you have to do plus and minus. Since you are in quadrant 2, it means you have to take the negative value, correct? So we take this value as k equals to minus 7 since we are in quadrant 2. Does make sense to you? So we find the value of k as minus 7. Perfect. Now with that, we can actually find all the points, all the ratios. So now what is sine theta in this case? So the angle we are talking about is this angle. Let's call this angle as theta. So sine theta is equal to, so let me write k, this point as minus 7, right? So it is negative. So what you see here, also from the rule which you remember, all are positive in quadrant 1, correct? All are positive in quadrant 1. Sine is positive in quadrant 2, tan in 3, cosine in 4, right? Solely sine values will be positive. The other ratios will be negative, except for reciprocal of sine, which will also be positive. So sine is, opposite side is 24 over 25. Is it okay? Reciprocal of sine is cosecant. So we can write cosecant theta as equals to 25 over 24, correct? Now let's do cos theta. So cos theta is adjacent over 25, which is minus 7 over 25. And reciprocal of cos is secant theta. Secant theta will be minus 25 over 7. How about tan theta? So tan theta is ratio of these two, right? Y value of 24 divided by x value of minus 7. So we can write minus here as 7 here. And cotangent theta, which is reciprocal of tan theta, will also be negative, but 7 over 24. Correct? So that is how we could actually find all the trigonometric ratios. Perfect. So let's move on. I hope this concept is very clear and now you're very familiar with all the 6 trigonometric ratios. So let's take the last question in this particular set. It says, if the point 0, 2 is on a terminal arm of angle A in standard position and A is between 0 to 180, what is the measure of angle A? Now this is a thinking question. Think about it. Try to answer this question and then look into my video. So let us plot the point 0, 2. 0, 2 really means the point is right there, right? So that becomes the terminal arm. Now it says, what is the measure of angle A? Well, that is the measure of angle A, right? This is measure of angle A, which is 90 degrees. So the answer is angle A is equal to 90 degrees, right? So that's kind of straightforward. So if there is a point 0, 2, right, then we know that the angle which it makes with the positive x-axis is 90 degrees. That is the standard position. So I hope this is clear. We'll take up another bonus question to end this exercise. Thank you. Now here is a bonus question for you. The question here is, terminal arm makes an angle A in standard position where A is between 0 to 180 degrees. If angle A and B are supplementary angles, what is the measure of angle A if it is half of angle B? You can always pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. So let's sketch it. So angle A is somewhere in between. What we are saying is the combination of A and B is supplementary. That means angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees, right? So they form a straight line. So let's assume this is the straight line which is being formed with angle A and B. Now we are given that angle A is half of angle B. So let me draw a line somewhere here, right? So making this angle as angle A and the other half as angle B. Does make sense to you? So we can clearly see that combination of A and B results into 180 degrees, and we need to find angle A, right? So we need to find what is the value of angle A, and we are already given that angle A is equals to half of angle B, right? Or we could say twice angle A is equal to angle B. Perfect. So since now we know that twice angle A is angle B, we can substitute this value here and get our answer, right? So let's do it. So we know twice angle A is angle B. So what we will do actually is we'll substitute angle B here. Write angle B as twice angle A, right? So we'll write here angle A plus, instead of angle B, I'll substitute twice angle A. That should give us 180 degrees, right? So that means 3 times angle A is 180 degrees. And so we get angle A equals to 180 degrees divided by 3. And that is 360 degrees, right? 60 degrees. 3 times 6 is 18, 60 degrees. So this angle A is 60 degrees, and twice 60 degrees is 120 degrees. When you add them up, you get our answer, right? So our answer is angle A is equals to 60 degrees, right? So that is how you could actually answer the question. Now you can redo the question if I give you the condition that angle A is 1/4 of angle B. So try to do that as your test question. I hope this series helped you to review the concepts which you have learned. Feel free to share your comments and views. If you like and subscribe my videos, that'll be good for me. Thank you and all the best.